everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping it really well. If you haven't been here before, then just welcome. My name is Amy, and as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be trying out some new makeup. So it's not a full face, it's just a couple of bits and pieces that I have picked up along the way over the last maybe week or two, and I'm just dying to try them out. So I thought I would sit down and film it for you. I just want to mention though, before I begin, I did take off my nails, so they are looking a little bit ratchet at the minute. So sorry in advance, you're just going to have to deal with this. I also look like a pure ghost on my face. I have had a couple of breakouts over the last couple of weeks, to be honest, but I usually use like a tannin mist, but I haven't wanted to put it on. I don't want it to irritate any blemishes, so my face is pure white and I have tan on. So because I'm going to be reviewing these products as I go, this could be a long one, so settle in, grab a cup of tea, grab a bit of chocolate, and let's just get into the video. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a Valentine's Day inspired makeup look today. So I haven't looked at the eyeshadow palette that I bought since, like, I've only seen it online, but I'm pretty certain that they're like dusky pinks and everything, so I'm going to go for a Valentine's look. So I don't have any new primer or anything to try, so I'm just going in with an old favourite. This is the NYX Radiant, what's it called? Radiant Perfecting Primer. I love this. Obviously you can see straight away it just gives like a super glow. So for foundation today then, I'm going to be trying out something new. A couple of weeks ago I actually was sent a beautiful box of PR from Bare Minerals, and I did do a full face of Bare Minerals first impression, so I will leave a link up here and I will leave it in the description down below. In that video I used one of their foundations, but they sent over a couple of others for me to try. So I'm going to try out this one today. I love a stick foundation, and this one here is a Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. So this one they sent over the shade Buttercream. So this stick foundation is a water-based formula, so it's going to be great for like a real burst of hydration. Yeah, I've put way too much of this on. I've basically covered my whole face, but it's fine. I'm just going to take the Bare Minerals smoothing brush just to blend this out. Oh, it's really like smooth. It doesn't drag onto the skin. So it's classed as a medium coverage as far as I'm aware online. I'd say that's probably pretty accurate. Now granted, I did put quite a lot on, so there's probably a little bit more coverage here than there would usually be, but it's a very, I would imagine it's a very buildable formula. They've said that it's great for all skin types, however perfect for a drier skin type. Yeah, so that's lovely, really glossy. I can't wait to see how my usual products work on top of this. So I know I used a foundation brush to apply that foundation out. I just wanted to keep those two together because I know that they work well together. But one thing that I also picked up for this video is the Roxi and Revolution collaboration. Now it is a set of brushes, but it also came with a beauty blender in there. Now I have one in my hand that I've already dampened, and I just want to run this over my foundation just to really smooth it out, and I'm going to use this for my concealer as well. But it has honestly been years since I used a beauty blender. This feels lovely. That looks super smooth. Yeah, I really like that sponge. It doesn't feel too hard. A lot of beauty sponges that I've tried in the past, it's like hitting your face with like a mini brick. So for concealer then today, this one isn't a first impressions. I have been using this for the last week or so, but this is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. So I just had heard so many amazing things, oh sugar, about this concealer. That's a lot. So I just had to give it a try for myself. So this is a full coverage matte concealer, which I know because I'm dry, it probably wouldn't work best for me. However, I have so much eye cream and moisturizer underneath my foundation that it should be okay. It is by no means a natural concealer, so for any of you out there that are looking like a light skiff of makeup, I maybe wouldn't invest in this one, but I really like it. But yeah, if like me you're quickly hurtling towards the 30 mark, I would definitely, if you're going to use this concealer, I would make sure you've got a hefty amount of eye cream on underneath. I don't know how I feel about this sponge underneath my eye. I feel like I can't really get in there. Nah, I wanted to like a beauty blender for around the eyes, but I just can't. Maybe that one's too big. I know there's like really teeny weeny wee ones that you can get, but I much prefer a fluffy brush. Okay, so this definitely isn't a new product to me. If you've been here before, you'll know how much I love this product. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Contour Wand. This one here is in the shade light to medium. There is a medium to dark. It's just a wee bit too dark for me. This one's more of a contour shade. The other one's more bronzy. I'm just using the foundation brush from before just to blend this out. But you know what, just again, I'm going to run my sponge over everything as just like a final step. I quite like this actually, you know. So let's talk about the brushes then. In addition to the 2 beauty blenders then, you get 5 synthetic brushes. So there are 3 eye brushes and 2 face brushes. This is called like the all you need box of brushes or whatever, but personally I'm going to need far more brushes than that. That being said, I quite like the look of this little guy, so I'm actually going to use this to set underneath my eyes. And so just going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. I want to use a powder that I know works with everything that I've tried before and I've never had an issue with, because I'm trying out a new foundation, so that I can see how they really perform. Man, these brushes are soft. Woofed. This one's probably a bit too dense for doing powder, but we've committed now. So moving on to bronzer then, and I'm just going to continue using the Roxi Revolution brushes. This is the largest one in the pack, so I'm going to use this for my bronzer and probably for my blusher as well, seeing as there's no other brush in there for that. The bronzer that I'm going to use, I don't know how, I haven't tried it. It's such an iconic product and I can smell it from here. And it is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. I've been using it for about a week or so and I really like it. It's a really lovely colour. Oh, this brush is lovely, you know. To me, that colour is just the perfect balance between a warm bronzer and like a contour kind of colour, and it applies like a friggin' dream too. I feel like I can taste the chocolate in my mouth. So for blusher then, I don't actually have very many new blushers, so I'm just going to take the one that I tried in my Bare Minerals Full Face. It's just such a pretty shade. It's like not too pink, not too peach. I know it's called Pink Me Up, but there is a wee hint of peach in there, which I love. But moving on to highlighter then, again, this isn't a new product, but it's one that I have tried relatively recently, and it is the Honest Beauty Midnight Reflection Glow Powder. Being honest, it just looks like, I don't know, it doesn't look like it would do much in terms of a highlighter, but it did. Just wait. Oh, it's just so nice. I don't know why I'm annoyed by it. It's so lovely. I've never tried any Honest Beauty products before this, but I think now, I'm pretty certain you can get it in Cult Beauty, you know. It's Jessica Alba's beauty range, but I am hooked. So I think I'm going to have to go and invest in a few more products. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do for my skin, so let's just move on to brows and eyes now. Last week I tried out the Refy Beauty and I was so obsessed with like the first part of everything. If you want more information on Refy Beauty, I will leave a link up here and again in the description down below so you can check it out. So usually I would use a soap brow to keep my brows up, but it's just so much effort for day to day. But this is perfect because all you do is literally comb it through and it just keeps your brow hairs up, and it really did last all day. So for my brow pencil in today, I'd heard great things about the Maybelline Ultra Slim Pencil. This one, it's really small. So while I understand that it is very affordable, I don't think there's an awful lot of product in it. I hate the plastic on these things. It is super skinny, and I'm basically just going to start filling in. So because this is such an ultra fine tip, I'm going to create more like brush strokes really rather than filling anything in. I don't tend to wear a lot into my brows anyway. I tend to just fill in the gaps, but unfortunately for me there's quite a few gaps. It's a really nice wee formula. It's really creamy, like it doesn't drag onto the skin. Makes it really easy to create those more brush hair strokes. This is great. I know it's small, but it's very affordable, so we can forgive that. Moving on to eyes then, I'm so excited. I don't know why, but I've just primed my eyelids. This is the Be Perfect Prime Eye Primer. God, it's such a mouthful every time. So the next couple of products that I use then are going to be from the Roxi Revolution collection. So I know I've already discussed the brushes, but we've got the eyeshadow palette, I've got a liner, and I've got the lashes as well. I'm obsessed with the packaging, first and foremost. So here we have it then. So the palette looks the exact same as the box on the outside. It's just so beautiful. So this is called the Cozy Vibes palette. So here we have the palette then, and it comes with a mirror. So these colours are just absolutely beautiful. Such a romantic looking palette. So the palette has a mixture of matte, shimmer and some foil shades. Okay, so I've now got my brushes, and one thing I've just noticed, one of the brushes, lots of the wee hairs are like really long. They're not coming out. Oh, they are coming out. That's not very good. So I do want this look to be quite soft, but I'm just going to go in with the first shade here, which is in the shade Fairy Lights, and I'm just taking the like bullet kind of brush, and I'm just going to pop this on my inner corner. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. I've obviously just zoomed these in a bit so that you can see a bit better, but that shade is beautiful. It's probably a bit golder than I thought it was going to be, but it'll be fine once the other colours are on. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it underneath my eyebrow as well. It's been so long since I did like an underbrow highlight. Oh shit, that's a bit gold. So I'm just going to go straight in with this shade here, which is called Snug, and I'm just taking it on the largest of the blender brushes. I'm just going to push it into like the outer corner. I kind of want this to be my main colour, I think. God, they are very pigmented. Jesus, I will give it that. That's a gorgeous shade. It blended so easily. Now the reason I'm pulling it up kind of higher and out a little bit more is I am going to be going in with lashes. So I'm going to pull up my eyeshadows a little bit higher. I'm trying to resist the urge to go in with a new eyeshadow brush because I don't have it. I'm trying to just use what's from the collection. Oh, f it. I just need a brush with no product on it. Make sure that's super soft and blended. So while I think the palette is really pretty, I'm struggling to find a colour that I can use to darken these kind of colours down. Like if I go in for this one, it'll make it really pink. This one here, I mean, this is probably what I'm going to go in with next, but these ones here are too brown. That's going to make it just like every other eyeshadow colour that I ever do. So I don't really know what to do. So I'm just going to take this shade Fog. It's not doing anything. This is what I mean. The colours, they're maybe too light. Like I love the colour story behind these eyeshadows, but they're all the same sort of level of colour payoff. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like I'm not articulating what I'm trying to say very well. But like, this colour is maybe the most intense out of everything, so maybe I'll just go in with the shade Leaves, as it's really the only darker one in the palette. All the colours are kind of blending into one. Okay, so the colour is building up. I'm having to use a lot of eyeshadow to build this up even remotely. I don't know, maybe it's just the colours that I've chosen. Maybe they don't really work together, but the actual eyeshadows are really, really good. Like the formula I think is really lovely. I'm just going to go in with a brown liner underneath. Obviously any brown liner will do. This one here is the Charlotte Tilbury Classic Brown. And I'm just going to run it about halfway and just picking up the wee smudger brush, and I'm just going to use the exact same shades that I used, but I'm actually going to use the Leaves shade first, that darker shade, just to see if I get any more colour payoff, maybe by using the darker shade first. And then going in with that shade Snug. And then just blending it out. So that worked a bit better. I think I'm never usually one for using darker colours first and working backwards, but I think that if you're wanting to get the most colour differentiation, then I would maybe start from dark to light. I mean, I'm not mad at this look yet. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with the shade Movie Night, and I'm not dampening them or anything. I just want to see how they perform on their own. Okay, so I've sprayed my brush because it just wasn't really happening there. A bit better. Don't get me wrong, it was nice. Even the colour came out nice. It's just, I feel like it wasn't bright enough just for what I wanted. And I'm really intrigued by this shade here, so just going to go in with this, the shade Blanket. Again, I'm going to use it dry first of all. Ooh. See, like that one was totally fit. I mean, there was probably still a bit of spray on my brush, but that was nice. Oh hell. Okay, so I just stuck my finger in this shade and oh, so much came off. Oh, it feels really chunky. But let's stick a bit on, see. I'm just using my finger for this. I mean, it's nice. Kinda looks like a children's eyeshadow. I'm just running my brush over this just to see if it sticks at all. And it doesn't. So I would imagine that'll well fall down throughout the day if you're wearing that. And now I've got glitter all over my face. Okay, so that was probably a bit of a fail. Are the eyeshadows pretty? Yes. Would I buy this palette again? Probably not. It'd be a mixture between, I've kind of got eyeshadows this colour. Well, actually I don't even. It actually came out a lot pinkier than it looks. I was expecting more of a soft lilac kind of colour. It worked really well, so like the matte eyeshadow colours, they blended like a friggin' dream. Shimmer shade's lovely. I dampened mine just because I like my shimmer to be a lot stronger. Glitter, no, I'll probably not use those again just because I know I blended it, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I wanted to see if it stuck and it didn't, so now it's all over my face. I mean, I think for the price of it, it's very good. Next up then, from the Roxi Revolution range, then we have the Ultra Precise Eyeliner. There's something just very cute about this, so it has her lovely name there as well. Just got your typical kind of black felt tip on it. So I'm just pressing the liner along my lash line first of all, and then I'll work on thickening it up. Like it so far. Got a nice like short, I want to say, is the word nib? Love this eyeliner. 10 out of 10. It's not the best wings I've ever done, but I really love the eyeliner and it was so easy to use and really quick drying as well. So taking a quick break from the Roxi Revolution products then just to do some mascara, and I finally got my hands on this. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This bitch is everywhere on TikTok and I had serious FOMO and I just had to get my hands on it. Every time I went to try and get it from anywhere, it was sold out. I finally managed to get it on Superdrug and I just want to see what all the fuss is about. Apparently it's just the best mascara ever. I've got pretty short, straight shit lashes, so we'll see how this one works for me. So it's just kind of got like your average standard plastic brush on it. It's got a really bendy, like flexible brush. Okay, so that's just one quick coat and Jesus Christ, it's made my lashes really curly, like they're nearly sticking straight up. It's maybe gotten a wee bit clumpy, but that doesn't really bother me if I'm honest. Wow, I understand now why it's sold out everywhere. I'm not even joking, that's probably one of the best mascaras I've ever tried, ever. Can't believe I'm putting eyelashes on top of this now. but actually I don't mind because they look really pretty. So these are the lashes then, really long and fluttery, but they don't look too intense, which I love. I probably will cut these still just so that they fit my eye. Let's test it out. What the hell? Why are they so big? So I have cut 2 whole bits off these lashes. I don't know, I guess maybe it's just me sitting in the house now for like the last year because of lockdown, but I don't know, I'm just not into huge lashes anymore. I thought these ones looked okay, but we'll see. I actually, do you know what? I do actually quite like them. So I actually had originally planned to do a red lip for this, like I have it all sitting out, but because the eyeshadow came out a lot pinker than the eyeshadow looks, I don't really want to do a red lip now, so I'm just going to do a neutral one. You guys know that I love the LA Girl automatic lip liner, so I'm going to go in with one of those. However, this is a brand new shade that I've never tried before. So this one here is in the shade Enduring Mauve. A lot pinker than I thought. Everything just looks really pink on me. I mean, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. And for my lipstick then, I'm just going to go in with the shade Dancefloor Princess from Charlotte Tilbury. Not a nude shade, but it's my all-time favourite pink. Okay guys, so here we have the finished look then. It's not usually something that I would tend to go for. I'm still so shook about that eyeshadow palette and how it really doesn't come out the colour that it looks. But yeah, I think it came out all right. Actually, you know what? I'm being harsh. I think I did love everything. It just wasn't what I had in my head. I will use the eyeshadow palette again. I will just steer clear of those 2 glitters in there that are not for me. Still very pretty though. My favourite things by far that I used in this video that were new was the Sky High Mascara. What the hell? It's so good. Anyway, listen, that's enough rambling from me. I'm sure you have had quite enough of my voice for one day. Don't forget to give this video a like for me if you kind of like these tested new makeup videos, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I would just love to have you here with me on my channel. So for now, take care and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!